Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your March tarot forecast. And I feel like you're maybe going to feel in the dark a little bit. You need to pay attention to whatever is coming up and the energies that are shifting, because right now we are in a Venus retrograde. So our relationships are changing for sure. I think a lot of you, and this doesn't need to be a bad thing. Some of you could for sure be feeling a little bit lonely or isolated. Maybe you're in separation from another person who you really like being around, or maybe there's like a breakup or something that you're still just processing. But this overall energy is really connected to slowing down, taking a break to just like breathe for 1 minute, and really sort of standing in your power with this Emperor card. And figuring out what you want to do next with this Page of Wands. I feel like you're going to be feeling very empowered and inspired to take action in a new direction. This Page of Wands is maybe planning a trip, maybe thinking about what they want to do next with their business, with a relationship. This is just like an overall creative energy, and I really like it. I'm also feeling a little bit of like a sexual energy here. So maybe just like your sex drive is like going through the roof. I don't know. But there's a few warnings here, and it's not to scare you. It's just to let you know that I feel like maybe you want something now and it's just not ready. So I don't want you to rush it. I also feel like you are still figuring out who you are. And I think that if you are trying to be in a new connection, but you are still applying your old personality into the new connection, then it's just not going to be that successful, because there are parts of your like psyche, there's parts of your behavior, there's how you show up to relationships that is still a little bit outdated. And I think that you're already aware of it. I think that, like, for example, maybe you have, I don't know, trust issues. Let's say you are in a new romance relationship. And this is not only about romance, for example. This can also be like issues coming up in work, friends, family. It's going to be different for all of you. But the overall energy here is, for example, you have trust issues or some kind of issue that is like a cycle that kind of continues to come back into your life over and over and over again. Okay. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just, it happens. So what's interesting and beautiful about this energy is that I think you actually have an opportunity to shift your response to the situation. So maybe, for example, in the past, let's continue working with trust issues. Let's say someone says something and you don't believe them, or you think they're lying, and then you want to investigate it, and then you want to try to find out, and then you want to and it's like, instead of doing that, instead of wasting a lot of your energy, your attention, your time, being like, I'm trying to find all the things, you're trying to find what? Like, is it even true? Is it even real? Like, if it is actually happening, the universe will show you. The universe will show you very fucking loudly. If the universe is not showing you that there's an actual issue, if the universe is not showing you that there's an actual problem, then like, stop trying to make a problem where there's not a problem. And I think that this is very important for you right now, because Venus is retrograding and very soon Mercury will be retrograding. So the both of them are retrograding at the same time. This is a big deal because, first of all, Venus only retrogrades every year and a half. So 18 months. That's not that often. So like, a Venus retrograde has issues from the past coming back up so that we can process them in a different way than we have before. So for example, if it's the trust issue, maybe, let's say you're dating someone and for whatever reason you get triggered and then they run to the bathroom and their phone's in the room. It's like, maybe in the past, you would grab the phone and you'd see what you can do. And, can I get into it? Can I see what, and it's just like this whole fucking thing. And like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that anymore, because if there was actually an issue, I think that the universe would just like, bloop, oh, like there, you see it. It's right there. Or something happens and you can't question it. Like, oh, I'm wondering, like, no, it's going to be very clear. And I say that because we also have Neptune about to enter Aries, and that is also happening in the month of March. And when Neptune enters Aries, that is like facts, like to the point. Like, it's not going to be all this sort of like hazy, I don't know what's going on. You're going to get clarity. And that is really what this is saying. Your Seven of Cups here reversed, the Hierophant upright, you will get your clarity. And honestly, for some of you, Two of Wands reversed, Knight of Cups reversed. For some of you, that clarity is going to help you leave this situation, leave this person, leave this issue in the past where it needs to stay. And you will decide to move forward in a new direction, in a new way. You're not going to pop off and get all dramatic. I feel like there's an overall energy here of just maturing into something different. And I really like that, because with this Nine of Coins, with this Empress card, with this Temperance card, and again, remember, we have the Emperor. Like, you have a lot of energy here of you knowing that you will be fine. You knowing that you don't need to make things dramatic, that you don't need to get involved, that you don't need to like waste your energy trying to like find all the answers or prove someone right or wrong or whatever. It's just this exhausting thing that I think you've probably been stuck in the past that you're not going to do anymore. It's like this exhausting issue, this exhausting behavior that maybe you've done forever. And now you're just like, I'm actually good. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't care. I know I can survive. I know I'm strong. I know I'm powerful and beautiful and all these things. And it's like, regardless of what's happening outside of me, I'm fine. So why would I waste all of my time, energy, money trying to do something that's like out of my control? You know, it's like, and also if you seriously have that many issues, these trust issues, you don't trust that person, you don't want to be here, then why are you there? Why are you still with this person? Why are you still working for that company if you don't agree with what they're doing? You know what I mean? It's like, there's no bullshit. There's no more fucking time for bullshit. And I think that this is an opportunity for you to really just recognize, like, you have more power when you use your energy to create the life that you want, instead of trying to find out all of the things happening in your life that you don't like, that you don't want, that you don't, you know what I mean? And maybe some of those things aren't even actually happening. It's just like a trauma response. Like, maybe you have these fears and these anxieties because in the past you actually were cheated on, or in the past you were oppressed or abused or whatever it is. So like, okay, that's understandable. How do you process that emotion so that that emotion, that energy doesn't influence you now in a new connection and fuck up that new connection also? You know what I mean? So I feel like if you're noticing that you're getting triggered through March, whether it's work, love, friends, family, whatever, I think it's really important that instead of you just impulsively responding, trying to do what you've always kind of done, I think there's this, it's like there's another door that's open and you have another option, and that other option, it's like it's really attractive to you now. Like, maybe before you always had the choice, right? You could, freak out, you could investigate, you could do whatever, or you could have just left. You could have just remained calm. You could have just trusted this process, trusted what they say, trusted that the universe is supporting you and will show you what you need to know in the right timing. And it's like, that was always available to you, both of those doors. But now it's like that second option is just more attractive. It's more easy. It's just smooth. It's like just your natural response. So, I think you should really kind of like exercise that muscle and make that like stronger, so that that second option is like your go-to. You know what I mean? We are entering eclipse season. So eclipse season is going to be a lot. Venus is retrograde. Mercury will be retrograde very soon. I would definitely suggest watching the Venus retrograde workshop. I've already included Mercury retrograde into that workshop. So they're both together, okay? I just saw 10:10 on the clock. I think it's important. I think it's really important for you because like this 10 of coins reversed with this 9 of coins, like from a 10 to a 9, from a 10 to a 9, right? We're going down, we're decreasing. It's like less is more. So I want you to really focus on how you're using your energy, how your mind, like where is your mind going? What are the stories that you're telling yourself? And how do you engage with those mental stories, with those mental ideas or limitations or fears? Like it's natural that a fear comes up. Of course, it's natural that we feel insecure sometimes. It's natural that we all have some kind of trust issue at some point. But how we respond to it is changing. And I think this eclipse season is going to bring in some big shifts for you that will benefit you if you can work with this energy in a new way and if you can choose a new way to respond. And I think that this Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde are going to bring up a lot of the fears or anxieties that are maybe not fully resolved from past experiences. So work with this energy wisely. You will be fine. This is a little bit of a more intense reading from the other signs that I've done thus far. But I really feel like if you work with this energy properly, like you've got this Ace of Swords here, that Temperance card, Hierophant, 10 of coins, like you have an opportunity to really start a fresh cycle. You have an opportunity to really start a fresh cycle and to see yourself and your life through a new lens. So don't waste that opportunity, okay? How can you benefit from it? Go and watch the Venus retrograde workshop. I will tag it here. It's also on my website. If you missed the new moon workshop, this was the last new moon of last year's energy. It was a new moon in Pisces. It's the final new moon of 2024's energy. That, like, come on. I really hope you didn't miss that because, like, girl, go. And that one you can pay whatever you want. It's like 25 minutes. It's a home video. It's on my website. I'll tag it here. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Send it to a friend, share it on your Instagram story. These are free. I show up literally every month for you, so support me back, okay? I love you guys. Go and do your homework. Venus retrograde, new moon workshop, go. Go, 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 go.